3, we're back. Yes, for another week. Friday game this week, no Thursday game. We're doing this today on a Thursday, of course. Once again, I'm here with my lovely co-host, Melly. Say hello. She decided to wear a lovely hat today. So you look good, Melly. Look all right. All right, so first of all, let's just get started. We'll get started with last week's winners first. First of all, in a couple of games, in a smashing, Renegades beat Seek and Destroy 400-292. Renegades had a pretty all-around, pretty good lineup there, so everything was pretty good there. Maltese Falcons 384 defeated Rangers Anonymous 293. Trust the Process defeated Jacobs Gironis 375 to 340. Sugar Daddies beat Top Guns 327 to 306, and Sugar Daddies didn't even have a ruckman. And the other one there was Gods of Olympus went down to Iron Rolling, biggest score of the round, 421 points for Iron Rolling, led by Robbie Gray, 13 points. So after that, after 2 rounds, there's 4 teams from 2 and Zip. That's Renegades, Maltese Falcons, Trust the Process, and Sugar Daddies. Iron Rolling and Rangers have both got a win each, and every other team is looking for their first win this week. So anyway, let's get going. Let's start off with round 3. Couple of good rounds, couple of games this week. We've got the 2 teams that are scoring the lowest so far in Seek and Destroy and Rangers Anonymous. They're playing each other. Seek and Destroy at the moment, they've got their team set up. Not a bad little lineup they've set up there. They've got Joe Danaher and Christian Petrarca. Clayton Oliver as utility. It's an interesting move. But he mixes midfield, so he's loving his demons there. Still Sidebottom is in the midfield as a follower. Paddy Ryder as a ruck. Roy Led as a halfback. And Pritis as the tackler. So he will be one to look to get over 300. He hasn't scored over 300 yet this year. He'll be up against Rangers Anonymous. Rangers Anonymous, same team as last week at the moment. Haven't changed it. You do need to change it, Kenner. You got John Lewis in the midfield. He's not playing this week. But then again, if you don't do your team, that 5 comes in, so that's not too bad as well. So these are the teams as of 8:37 tonight, Thursday night. With that one, Gunson's going to need to improve. They've only kicked 1 goal so far this year for Kenner. Ablett, after the scrutiny he's got this week, not against the Hawks. Hawks never really usually tag him, so he'll probably get a few possessions this week. So, be interesting. Seek and Destroy versus Rangers. Oh, I'm going to go with Rangers. Runs on the board. Fife will come in for Lewis if he doesn't play him. I reckon Rangers might win that one. So, let's go to the next game. It's Renegades versus Trust the Process. Renegades been scoring 400 every single week. This week they're projected for 452. If that happens, I'll be surprised, but that's what they're projected for. Trust the Process projected for 394. That's me. Both these teams are 2 and Zip. So the first of the undefeated teams meeting up. Josh Kennedy is a full forward for Renegades. Toby Green is a half forward, so he's keeping that as it is. Mark Murphy's utility. Scott Pennery is midfielder. Both those players would have averaged 97 to 98 as utility, so he's got a bit of a choice there, mate. Joe Watson is the follower. Joe Witt's been surprised in the ruck. Against Hawthorn doesn't really have a ruckman, or McAvoy's been really that great. Andrew Gaff, 58 as a halfback, and Jack Moyes in change. And Rory Sloan is a tackler who averages 52 as a tackler. So that's pretty good there. See if you can finally play Fiora Forini. He's on the extended bench this week. Other options, you got Stevie J. A few other options there. With myself, Joe Rufford's going to come in for a full forward for Jack Rewell because he's been rather disappointing. Buddy Franklin, after his great performance last week in utility, goes back to half forward this week, averaging 64 as a half forward, so he's been fantastic. Dane Beams, back in the utility spot there. Beams has been pretty good. And Jaeger against Gold Coast, going against his old team. I'm taking the risk here. I reckon Jaeger's going to have a good game. I've got him in the midfield. Dion Prestry as a follower. Aaron Sandlands gets no ruckman in Western Bulldogs. Should be a good game. He's the only ruckman this week as well, so he should have a blinder. And Sam Mitchell at the halfback spot. Basically gets all of his points for halfback as possessions. Barlow as a tackler and Callum Ward as the interchange there. I've also got a few choices to choose from. I can choose Rewald if I wanted to. Also Zach too is a halfback. Tom Scully, Devon Smith, Isaac Smith, who knows. So there's a few options to choose there. Both teams are pretty stacked, pretty packed, good sides. So both teams are undefeated for a reason because we're good. Who's going to win tonight? I can't tip against myself. Always going to go for me. But Renegades projected for 452. Trust the Process projected for 394. Go Trust the Process. The next game, another game, Millie. 2 undefeated teams again. Maltese Falcons undefeated, projected for 447. Sugar Daddies undefeated, projected to 412. Up against each other this week. Maltese Falcons, they've got Tim Membry as full forward and Rory Atkins as the half forward this week. So that's an interesting move. Patrick Dangerfield really doesn't move from the utility. Lockie Neal and Zach Merrick, both possession gathering machines, midfield and follower. Brodie Grundy after his great performance last week. And Sydney down to Ruckman, so that should be an interesting move there with Brodie Grundy. Jack Lloyd as the halfback. Liam Shields the tackler, and his interchange is Aaron Hall. As for the Sugar Daddies, Fantasia is the full forward this week, and Jeremy Cameron is the half forward. In utility, he's got Max Scorn, so he's going to go with his two prone ruck attack there. Dyson Hepp on the midfield with Ollie Wines, who's had a great start of the year. Ollie Wines, both of those players had great starts of the year actually. Toddy Goldstein's been named and he's back to come in this week. Brendan Goddard as the halfback, Bonton Pally as a tackler, and Matt Crouch as the interchange. Who can these teams choose from? Well, there's a few to choose from here. Matt Cruiser didn't have that bad of a game last week, but he's back in. Jack Watts is doing all right, I suppose. Robert Murphy is a halfback can come in. Josh Jenkins, unfortunately, is out for Fenwick. As for Sugar, Cripps has been named. Who else has he got? Well, Piers Hanley's gone away on long service leave. His brother died, I think, so that's no good. Andrew McGrath is available. He started off all right. Josh Kelly, scrutiny this week, $9 million man against North Melbourne. Maybe worth the risk. And Travis Boker started off pretty good as well. So that's those two teams there. Who's going to win that one? Oh, I'm going to go, I just feel like the names in Maltese Falcons are a bit better than names in Sugar Daddies. I know you shouldn't really go off names, but I'm going to tip Maltese Falcons to win this one. Now on to the next game. We've gone from 4 teams that haven't lost to 2 teams that haven't won. Jacob Jabroni versus Gods of Olympus. Jabroni's worth 374. Gods of Olympus worth 415. If you could just excuse me for 1 second. Melly, your sister's here. You can just float along there, that's alright. What's she doing, Melly? What's your sister doing? Alright. Anyway, let's get back to it. Jabronis have averaging 374 projected. That's their projection. Gods of Olympus projected 415. Gods of Olympus, although they haven't won yet, they've been a bit unlucky. They are scoring pretty high. So surely that first win's around the corner. Let's have a Jabronis. They've gone with Cloak at the full forward, and Liam Picking as the half forward this week over in Western Australia. Josh Kenny as utility. Dylan Shields in mid with Nathan Jones. Sam Jacobs as the ruck in the showdown against Paddy Ryder. Sam Dockley your halfback. Lukey Dowhouse tackler, and Lockie Hunter interchange. As for Gods of Olympus, they've welcomed back Taylor Walker into the side. Tom Hawkins at the full forward. Taylor Walker at half forward. And then the rest of the team is pretty similar to what it's been. Zorko as utility, Rockcliffe midfield with Dustin Martin as a follower, Stefan Martin as a ruck, Jason Johannesson as a halfback, Luke Shuey as a tackler. Stephen Hill's a change. Who have they got to choose from? Well, there's Riley Brothers, Ed Kerno to choose from. Lukey Bruce is available against the Gold Coast. He's available for, what's your name again? Jabronis. Dom Tyson's there. And not much really else to choose from. No Jesse Hogan this week. That's probably why Travis Close been named. As for Gods of Olympus, Mendengola is back. Took Miller's available as well. McAvoy is available. Basher Hooley had a good game last week, but Mick's still not risking him. And also Mark Lacroix's been in good form so far this year up against the Tigers this week. So who's going to win that one? I think Gods of Olympus been playing a bit better than Jacob's Jabronis. I think Jabronis will stay winless this year, and Gods of Olympus will get their first win on the board. So let's move on to the next game. It's the I don't know, the 2 people that think they're great, haven't won anything in this league, although they're the most talkative people in this league. It's Top Guns versus I'm Rolling. That's right, both losers, both up against each other, although I'm Rolling has won 1 game this year. Top Guns projected for 393. Oh, you know what you had? Oh, Millie's got rid of a hat. Top Guns projected for 393. I'm Rolling projected for 366. Let's have a look at it there. Full forward for Top Guns, Eddie Betts. Half forward, his name Nick Riewoldt, although I don't reckon Nick Riewoldt's going to play. Nick Riewoldt, I saw some good footage of him during the week. He kicked the ball and he started hobbling, so we'll see what happens. If he plays, great. As Dasher said, still better than Alex Fasolo. Treloar in utility, Bryce Gibbs in midfield with Jack Zeeble playing his 150th, I think, this week. Shane Mumford into ruck. Heath Shaw as a halfback. Both those players had good weeks last week. Brett Ebert as a tackler and Kieran Jack as interchange. As for I'm Rolling, he's sticking with Jack Darling and Tom Lynch, full forwards and half forwards. After Robbie Gray's beautiful performance last week, for 33 possessions and 6 goals, he's back at utility. Luke Parker in the midfield with Joel Sells as a follower. Tom Hickey is in the ruck with Tyler Adams as a halfback. Tom Liberatore, I think he's averaging 16 tackles a game. He's 73 points as a tackler. You don't move him. You leave him there. 73 points as a tackler, but he's only got 85 as utility. So he absolutely smashing as a tackler. And Sean Williams need to change. Who these players got to choose from? As we said with Dash, he's got Fasolo to choose from. David Swallows available. James Kelly. Not much else to choose from there. He's lost Tippett now. He's lost weight. I don't think Scott Thompson's back yet. No Jordan Ruffhead. So, not much to choose from for Top Guns. As for on rolling, I think Levi Greenwood, no, I don't think he's back yet. He's back. I think Bell Chambers might have been. Leuenberger's back. That's right, Leuenberger's back. Cam McCarthy's available. Michael Walt's available. Andrew Swallow and Ben Cunnington, two North Melbourne boys, down playing at Tassie. So, yeah, it's a tough one this to choose from. Who's going to win? Sorry, Dash is going to stay winless. Colley's going to get his second win of the year in that one. That's what I think is going to happen this week. That's my projections. After this week, there will still be 2 teams undefeated, which will be, I reckon, myself and Fennec, and a couple of teams still won't have a win on the board, which will be Jabronis and Top Guns, and Seek and Destroy. So anyway, thanks very much. Good luck this week to everyone except for Stiff. See yous.